What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another video on Scoop's World, and it's your boy Scoop. And I came across a video that looked very, very interesting. It's comparing NBA sons to their father at the same age. For instance, Bronny James now compared to the king, Lebron James, when he was a sophomore. So this should be a good video. If you're a person who loves the NBA, college basketball, or watching the top high school basketball recruits in the world, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, because this is about to be a banger. Stay tuned.
It's yours.
Like I said, comparing NBA sons to their fathers at the same age. Let's see what they're talking about.
There's a ton of second, even third generation
Bronny James,
basketball
okay,
players at the high school, college, and even NBA level.
Nice athletic
whose
finish. I
fathers
ain't gonna lie.
were NBA legends.
Like, Bronny got a lot of potential, but
One day
compared
they
to
all
his
hope
pop
and
when he
wish
was
to
a
be better than their
sophomore,
fathers, but
we
are they even
ain't
close
there
to being
yet.
on the right track?
Nico
Are they
Minion, the
even
new
NBA
warrior,
players at
okay.
their age? And are they
His
on
pop
pace
did
to
play in
be
the league,
better
huh?
or worse
I think I got
than
my
that?
money on Nico.
Well, that's what we're looking at.
Who
But
that?
first,
Okay, Shareef and Shaq, we already know Shaq.
It's
It's not even
and
embarrassing,
first is
honestly.
Shareef Oneal, son of NBA legend Shaquille Oneal. Now, Shareef looks like he has a lot of potential as a future NBA player, but he hasn't shown much of it up until now for various reasons, which puts him in a very different situation than his father was when he was also the age of 20.
His dad can't do
By
that.
the time Shaq was 20, he had just finished his third season at LSU, where in his second year he averaged 27, 14, and 5 blocks a game, then 24, 14, and 5.
Shaq, why you was doing him dirty like that? Shaq was averaging 27, 14, and 5 as a sophomore. The 24, 14, and 5 as a junior. Hey, Shareef, it's time to get in the gym, big dog.
In his third year, had been a 2-time SEC Player of the Year, the Associated Press Player of the Year, UPI Player of the Year, the NCAA leader in blocks and rebounds, a 2-time consensus first-team All-American, and oh yeah, was also drafted into the NBA first overall in 1992. While Shareef's list of career achievements going into his second year of college basketball include playing in the Jordan Brand Classic.
Hey, yo, relax on my man. We got Italy grinding.
Redshirted because he had to have heart surgery. Then last year at UCLA, his coach rarely played him and he averaged 10 minutes a game, putting up 2 points and 2 rebounds a game. So he transferred to LSU this year, the same school Shaq played at, so hopefully now he gets used right and can start making a real impact. He's definitely not going to be another Shaq, but he's 6'10", 225 pounds, so he could still be a great NBA player one day if he turns.
He's not going to be a Shaq, but he's a different type of player.
James, who
alright, Shareef, he can shoot way better than his dad. Is he more athletic? I don't know. But he can dribble better. He's more. I'm saying he's more of a wing stretch forward type, where Shaq was just a dominant 5. Who I'm taking at the same age, I'm taking Shaq. But Shareef has potential. So on to Bronny James.
16 years old. Well, when his father LeBron James was 16 years old, he was averaging 21 points and 6 rebounds a game and led his team to a 27-0 record in high school, quickly making him one of the most recruited and popular high school players in the country. We all know how great LeBron was, and while they've both been extremely popular at the same age, they've shared very different paths, because in Bronny's freshman year of high school, he averaged 6 points and .3.
I didn't even know he averaged that many points.
And that's very far off the legacy
I didn't know he averaged that many points.
16. But hey, that's just on paper. No one will have the high school.
You average a smooth 7,
but
the
on
freshman.
the court, the two share a countless amount of skills. It's the basketball IQ, the court vision and willingness.
Tell you one thing, that's some dookie film, some dookie footage,
playmaking ability that doesn't show up on the stat sheet. That truly shows how similar Bronny James is to his father. And also, when considering LeBron James Jr.'s stats to his father's, let's not forget last year he was a freshman joining Sierra Canyon's high school team that already had Zaire Wade, multiple seniors, 5-star recruits, and others who had already committed to major colleges.
True.
So he already obviously was.
But he was too passive this year. Bronny, we need you to go.
I said one including current NBA players, but since
so
the guys
Cole
haven't played a game in the league yet,
his dad Greg
for now. Now, of course, Cole Anthony is son of former NBA player Greg Anthony, and he's one of the few that's already been off to a much better start than his father.
Yeah,
in college, Greg
Cole.
Anthony was the team's starting point guard and wasn't known as a great scorer, but an excellent defender. So after a national championship and 4 years of college, he was drafted 12th overall by the Knicks. And this is very different than Cole, who was a top 2 or 3 high school prospect in 2019, averaging 18, 10, and 10 for the season. then averaged 18, 5, and 4 at North Carolina, and within that time missed 5 weeks with a torn meniscus, and due to that and the team finishing with UNC's worst record under Roy Harper at 14 and 19.
Yeah, UNC was doo-doo this past year. I'm BA. Tar Heel fans, don't get mad at me. I'm stating facts.
Being a similar bench role to his father
hurt.
NBA, but there's also a much bigger chance now that he becomes a much bigger star than him down the line.
Yeah,
so
I'm taking Cole.
And Greg are in similar situations coming into the league, but from here on out, that could change.
Even though Greg, and UNLV
is Nico Mannion, and it's crazy that after
we got Nico Mannion
being out there and him being
this is the only father-son combination I don't really know. I know of Nico, not his dad.
To be a lottery pick, it's crazy that he would fall to the 48th pick in the draft this year.
Yeah, I thought he was going to sneak. I thought he was going to be first round.
Pace Mannion, also in very similar situations at this point in their careers. His father was actually drafted quicker than him at 43rd in 1983. But Pace never averaged more than 4 points a game. So on paper, even though things are similar, his dad was never a great player in NBA terms. But Nico still has a shot. His draft stock dropped a ton after a disappointing season at Arizona, with him still having holes in his game and not being a great defender. But there's still a lot of upside. Rumor has it a lot of NBA execs were shocked that Nico fell down so far. So the skills there, and now playing behind Steph, he has the chance to learn more than his father ever knew. Then there's Zaire Wade, son of Dwayne Wade, and
so back to the one we just went through. I'm taking Nico because I don't know too much about his dad. Now we have Zaire Wade and Dwayne Wade. I'm taking Dwayne Wade.
Where he's at compared to where his father was when he was 18 years old. Well, really not a great look. Zaire's been compared to Dwayne because neither of them had been huge recruits heading into college.
Correct.
And that's why Dwayne had to go to Marquette for 2 years. But I don't think Zaire's in the same situation. He's been to multiple different high schools, and at the start of the 2019 and 20 season, he joined Bronny to go to Sierra Canyon for his senior year.
I think that was a bad choice.
He quickly fell out of rotation, and even Bronny got more minutes than him. As a 6'2"
point
guard, he averaged 4 points a game and finished his senior year as a 3-star recruit. So Dwayne pulled him out of the program, and he's now moving to Brewster Academy to play a postgraduate year. To get more college.
I mean,
he wants Zaire to be great.
He can ball.
It's not looking good. I don't think he'll make it to the league, and the difference between him and
I think he'd be overseas player.
That while D Wade was 18, he averaged 27 and 11 and led his team to a 24-5 record. And the only reason he didn't get recruited by schools was because of his academic issues.
I know that. So Dwayne was out here failing classes.
Zaire's not getting recruited and not playing in games because he hasn't been good enough. It's sad to see, but D Wade was just way better than his son was at the same age.
Yeah,
and that's it for the bigger, more popular names. But let's go a little quicker through some other prospects and where they're at.
I see some
like KJ
non-really popular names. Okay.
And KJ
just got drafted
in high school and originally committed to Vanderbilt, but
he got drafted
a postgraduate year at IMG Academy.
Crazy thing is, KJ he wasn't the last pick, but he was like towards in the 50s.
This year, he was taken 52nd overall.
52nd.
And if you compare that to his father, he's actually way ahead of him at this point because at 19 years old, Kenny Martin Sr. was only averaging 2 points and 3 rebounds a game at Cincinnati. But of course, as we know, he would go on to develop a ton and eventually turn into the first overall pick in 2000. So KJ's got a long way to go to stay on course with his dad. Then there's Ron Artest III, who's currently entering his junior
Ron Artest III still playing?
Having averaged 2 points a game the past 2 years. And I couldn't find too much
I'm
on
taking
Meta World
Peace
high school career was, except for the fact that he was the New York Player of the Year and led his team to a 27-0 record as a senior. So all I'm saying is it looks like Artest III's pretty far behind the pace his father was on. Mason Miller, the son of all-time great three-point shooter Mike
Miller.
And he's a little closer to living up to the hype of his dad. Mason's now a 6'9" sharpshooting power forward, headed into his senior year of high school. And I couldn't find a ton on how great Mike was in high school, but he was good enough to get multiple college offers, including the one he took to UF. Well, Mason's already gotten multiple offers to big-name schools and committed to Creighton. And he plays like his dad too, but instead he's a big man that can shoot and drive to the basket. So keep an eye on him. Scotty Pippen Jr. didn't get blessed with his father's height, but he's making the most of being 6'1". He was a 3-star recruit out of high school, and as a freshman at Vanderbilt last year, averaged 12 points and 3 rebounds.
Scotty Sr.
Not a fantastic start,
but
Scotty Sr. was a much better start than Pippen Sr.'s, because at this age, Pippen Sr. was 6'1", had just graduated high school with no college offers, was a walk-on to the University of Central Arkansas and averaged 4 points a game off the bench. But then after that season, he had a growth spurt to 6'8", and the rest is history. So up until this point of before his sophomore season starts, he's already outdone his dad. But seeing how he hasn't had an insanely freakish growth spurt, he's probably left in his dad's dust from here on out. Then we have DJ Rodman, son of Dennis Rodman, who is currently 19 years old and is 100 times ahead of where his father was at 19. 100? Because at 19 years old, Dennis was 5'11", had never played a game of high school basketball, and was a janitor at an airport. So Dennis and Scottie was 21 where he had a random growth spurt to be 6'7" and really started playing basketball for the first time. So DJ, having averaged 24-9 as a 6'6" high school senior with a decent amount of height, put him as a way better player than Dennis. But having only put up 1 point and 1 rebound a game in his first season at Washington State,
I didn't know he was at Washington State though.
He has to have some major improvement in the next 2 years to stay better than his father was.
I know he went to Washington State.
Hardaway, the 21-year-old son of Penny Hardaway Jr., and it's not great.
Oh, by the way, if I say I'm taking Dennis, and here, I didn't even see Penny Hardaway's son play, but I'm taking Penny. Yeah.
Just came off his freshman season of college, averaging 2.8 and 0.2 a game in 7 minutes of play. Sure, he's playing behind some great guys, but it's still nothing compared to his father's 17, 7, and 5 as a freshman that established him as one of the best collegiate players in the country and got him onto the practice squad to play against the 92 Dream Team every single day. Then finally, an NBA son you might not have heard of. I know I hadn't, but it's Ryan Matumbo. You might not have known.
You never heard of Ryan Matumbo? The Kimbe son. He just committed to Georgetown. He looked like the Kimbe. No.
Matumbo had a son playing high school basketball, but Ryan's a 6'11", 235-pound center entering his senior season, having already committed to Georgetown. Last season at 16 years old, he averaged 24, 12, and 4 blocks a game, and is expected to be even better this year, with him ranked as the 14th best high school center in the country, which is way better than Dikembe was at 16, because at that age, he was still living in the Congo, trying to become a doctor, and had just made the decision to actually start giving basketball a try. So keep an eye on Ryan Matumbo. He could be great. A lot of surprises in this video, players I didn't know about and wasn't expecting. So if the same goes for you, drop a like and comment and let me know.
Alright, man. That's gonna do it for the video. Comment below what you think. It was a good list. I'm trying to see if he left anybody out. I don't think so. But like I said, like I always say, if you're a person who loves watching the NBA, college basketball, the top high school basketball recruits in the world, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Comment below your thoughts and like up the video. Until next time.